Dr. Theta, thank you for sitting with us today as we reflect on October 1st. As an important day for Amazonians worldwide, let's start by asking, what does October 1st mean to you personally, and why should Amazonians never forget this day?
Thank you so much, Gia. Thank you for that question. Thank you for creating this sit-down moment for us to sit down and have this discussion today. We are extremely grateful for your time, and we're glad that we have this opportunity to have this discussion. In regards to your question, the significance of October 1st, October 1st is a very big day for Ambazonians. It's supposed to be a joyful day which we're supposed to be celebrating our independence. In the early 1960s, sometime back in the early 1960s, when the Westerners were leaving Africa, they were giving African countries independence. And it was voted at the United Nations for Ambazonia, the people of the former British Southern Cameroons, to have their independence on October 1st, 1961. But unfortunately, something happened. There was some manipulation that happened, and the people of the former British Southern Cameroons were forced to either gain independence by joining the Republic of Cameroon or by joining Nigeria. And this is all lies, because I think the people were deceived into thinking that, oh, they did not have enough resources or financial resources to be able to take care of themselves. So they were told that, okay, you getting independence by either joining the Republic of Cameroon that was already independent, it was already an independent country, or joining the Republic, joining Nigeria. So the Independence Day is supposed to be something that was supposed to be big. But for over 64 years now, people of Ambazonia have been colonized by the Republic of Cameroon. And this is supposed to be a big day where the Ambazonian people are supposed to come out and celebrate that their independence. But unfortunately, we've not been able to do that freely and freely like other nations in the world, like other nations how they celebrate. There's something significant about this Independence Day of this year, because this October 1st of this 2025 is coming now where there is still an ongoing war in the territory with the Republic of Cameroon military, colonial militaries all over the territories, killing innocent civilians. But not only that, this October 1st is coming this year where the entire territory has been on lockdown. So for the past couple of weeks, the whole territory has been on lockdown, showing their resistance against the Republic of Cameroon general elections that is supposed to be coming up sometime this October in the next couple of weeks. So this Independence Day is really very important for the Ambazonian people. Unfortunately, it's not being celebrated like it's supposed to be celebrated, unlike other countries, as other countries celebrate independence, because of the current lockdown and also because of the Republic of Cameroon colonial military that's out there in the territory killing people. But it's a big day. We are still making efforts, us here in the diaspora, to celebrate. And we know that even though we have a lockdown, they have a lockdown in the territory, people will still find some way somehow to celebrate, because it's our Independence Day. So we have to do that.
Many young people today hear about this betrayal, but don't know the full history. What could you explain briefly on how the Southern Camerons went from a free territory to what it is today?
In 1961, early 1961, the United Nations voted for these people of the former British Southern Cameroon to get their independence. Then some maneuver happened after the death of the UN Secretary General. The people of the former British Southern Cameroons were I don't want to say coerced or forced into this union of either joining Cameroon, the Republic of Cameroon that was already independent, or joining Nigeria. So, and through a plebiscite, they said they had to conduct a plebiscite, and our people voted out of good faith that, okay, they will join the Republic of Cameroon to form a union of two states, yes, of equal status. That's the most important thing. You know, and then get the Treaty of Union signed. But unfortunately, after that process, they went to join just to go and join, and finally they weren't able to join because they were not able to come up with the Treaty of Union. And not only that, the Republic of Cameroon took no time in order to invade the territory. They invaded the territory, disarmed the Southern Cameroon's police force, and just colonized that territory. And ever since then, up until now, the people of the former British Southern Cameroons have been living as a colonized people. The Republic of Cameroon has been extorting their resources, just colonizing these people, for no reason, So the people don't have their freedom. They've taken all of their resources. They destroy all of their institutions. Before the people of the former British Southern Cameroon came to join the Republic of Cameroon, they were already a democratic people. They had voted, they had a prime minister, we have a government, we had everything going for us. So until they came and they joined the Republic of Cameroon has to, destroy everything, All the good systems that we had to go away, and it's just been crazy. And up until 2016, when the teachers and the lawyers discovered that the Republic of Cameroon was changing everything, all of their institutions, even their law systems and everything, the teachers and the lawyer protested in 2016. The president of the Republic of Cameroon on November 30th, 2017, declared war against the people of the former British Southern Cameroons. Where in the world can something like this happen? Where in the world do we hear that a president has declared war against people in his own country? It's just not possible. It just doesn't make sense. That the president will wake up in 2017 and declare war against the people of the former British Southern Cameroons. And it's been that way since now. And the world is silent. We're still waiting. We're advocating and doing everything that we can to make sure that we put the word out there.
Okay, let's fast forward to today. What has this war, which has now lasted almost 9 years, meant for ordinary Amazonians?
This is a very painful question, because initially you would think that the president of the Republic of Cameroon declaring war on the people of Amazonia, thinking that they were going to conquer the Amazonian people, unfortunately it's not been that way. The people have resisted significantly, and that's why the war is still going on, because it was not the right thing for the president of Cameroon to do, and it's caused a lot of atrocities on the ground. As we're speaking, over 65,000 people have been killed in this war by the colonial military. Over 2.5 million people have been internally and externally displaced. Over 500,000 are there in refugee camps in neighboring Nigeria and other African countries. As we speak today, over 15,000 Southern Cameroonians are locked up illegally in their colonial prisons all across the Amazonia and even in neighboring Cameroon. And it's really painful. And that's why we're doing everything that we can to make sure that we put our message out there to let the world know what is happening on the ground. We cannot talk about the women that are being raped, those that are being tortured daily and named. It's very, very painful. A lot of kids have been left or abandoned without mothers or fathers to take care of them. Over 1.2 million have been out of school. It's really, really painful. It's been a huge humanitarian crisis that have really been ignored. Even the BBC News had to report on that as well.
We know Amazonians in diaspora watch events closely. What role do you think the diaspora has to play in this struggle?
The diaspora is supposed to have a major role to play in this revolution and the struggle, because the diasporans are Southern Cameroonians that have connections or relatives back home. So we talk to our family, we're getting all the images of all the atrocities that are happening, all the killings, all the arrests, the illegal arrests, all the burning down of homes and villages. They've burned down over 850 villages that they've burned down. So the diaspora has a major role, and that has to do with advocacy, which is currently what we are currently doing as Friends of Amazonia, which is going to the quarters of the lawmakers, where the lawmakers are in any state or country in the world. All of diaspora, either in America, in Europe, even those in China, we have to hit the doors or walk the corridors of lawmakers, because that's where the decision making is concerned. We have to go up there and walk those corridors and talk to the lawmakers about these atrocities that are happening, because these lawmakers most of the time are not aware. So that's what is very major with the work that we're doing here at Friends of Amazonia, in making sure that we advocate. The diaspora has the duty to advocate. The diaspora have the duty to support. Our people are suffering. They have the financial resources here in the diaspora to send money back to support humanitarian initiatives that will provide food or shelter or water, just pipe-bomb water, drinking water for our people to even just have water to drink. So we are pleading for the diaspora to get engaged. It's not time to give up. As a matter of fact, I think from all the efforts that we've made, the advocacy that we've made this year, this 2025, I think that there's huge hope for the Ambazonian struggle and for the Ambazonian people. So we encourage the diaspora to come back in. If there's anyone that had ever thought about not participating or giving up or feel defeated, now is not the time. We have to come back in, and we need to support, we need to advocate. You don't necessarily have to be in any specific organization to advocate. You could just, individual diasporans can take that initiative to just run through the corridors of the lawmakers within their state or in Washington, D.C. We are there in Washington, D.C. every day to talk about what is happening, the atrocities that the Republic of Cameroon and their colonial military and their colonial administrators are committing in the former British Southern Cameroons. So we encourage everybody to be involved.
What has Friends of Amazonia specifically been doing to push this struggle forward?
Thank you so much for that question, Gia. I mean, Friends of Amazonia has been doing phenomenal work. Like we created Friends of Amazonia, which is a non-for-profit organization here in America for advocacy. We're doing advocacy and a little bit of diplomacy, I'll say that, because advocacy and diplomacy are two different things. But we are doing a lot of work. You know, you've seen, we've gone to, we were there in Washington, D.C. for the presidential inauguration. We met so many leaders, black leaders, even so many community organization, caucus leaders. During that presidential trip, we spoke to them lengthily about the atrocities that are happening on the ground. After that trip, we continued our conversations. We have Zoom meetings with these leaders that are asking for updates, and we're following up to make sure that our message get across. We want to get our message across. And after that trip, we went back again to Washington, D.C. when we walked the corridors of the House of the office, the House of Representatives, the members of the House of Representatives. We went through their offices to see if we can talk to them and see if the America or the House of Representatives can take action. And as a matter of fact, during that April when we were going through those corridors of Washington, in Washington, D.C. there, we met even the people representative from the Democratic Republic of Congo, walking those same corridors as well, talking to those members of representative as well, you know. And fortunately for them, President Trump actually came up with an agreement between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda that ended a 30-year-long war. So we're still working hard and praying that the President, Donald J. Trump, is going to, the time is going to come where he's going to have to make a decision. And we are hoping that the President, Donald J. Trump, will make a decision to recognize Amazonia as an independent nation. But that's just part of what we've done till April. Even after April, we went up to Brooklyn, New York. We were there on the parade where we raised the Amazonian flag off the streets of Brooklyn, educating the community there in Brooklyn about what is happening and appealing for the President Donald J. Trump to end the genocide and to recognize Amazonia as an independent nation. Most recently, we were just back in Washington, D.C., where we went into the leadership a summit there at the Capitol Hill where we met so many leaders from every different areas. We're talking to them about the atrocities, about what is happening. These are all advocacy events where we have opportunity to talk. Why meeting these people with their diplomatic initiative that we carry out? Those initiatives we don't publish out. We don't put that out for anybody to see because those are really classified discussions. So in addition to all the advocacy that we do since they're public events, we put them out. Even more recently, our vice president of Friends of Ambazonia, Ma Dorothy Ngwa, attended another foreign affairs summit there in Washington, D.C. It was just a couple of days ago. And we put that information out too for the Ambazonian people to see. But like I said, while carrying out these advocacy efforts where we educating and mobilizing the population, we do carry out diplomatic efforts, initiatives. Those diplomatic initiatives are not put out there in the public. Those are classified because we're giving all of the countries time to react. We've reached out to countries across the world, even to countries in Africa, across America and Europe. We're making that effort aggressively to reach out. These are diplomatic initiatives that we cannot put the names of the countries out. We cannot see what we told them and everything. But we're making significant effort. I think we've also reached out to some offices at the United Nations. I'm going to say that because United Nations is the heart of the betrayal that was committed in this struggle. And they need to be the first person that need to come back and fix this mess that they created in Amazonia.
What about women and young people? Where do they fit in this struggle?
I mean, as far as women are concerned, women have a major role because I think if anybody wants to think of who can pass a message promptly or best pass the message, that men will listen to be women. Because sometimes when some of us men have to go out there and try to talk about some of these things, we need the women at our side to be able to accomplish the things that we need to accomplish. It's a duty, and I'll say this is a duty for every woman in Amazonia, either at home or in the diaspora. It's a collective effort for the men as well, for us to advocate. Now, that's the only thing we can do in the diaspora as diasporans is advocate or support that humanitarian effort. So we need the women. The women must play their role. The women must come in and let's finish this. I mean, we have some phenomenal women. Like I said, Ma Dorothy Ngwa, which is our vice president. We have phenomenal women like our Iron Lady, Ma Irene Ngwa. There's so many women that we have that we're all working collectively as a team. But, you know, we always need more people. I must say this. We need more people that need to come in and let's push this thing forward, you know.
Some people worry when leaders resign or disagreements among Amazonians arise. What would you say to reassure the people?
It's unfortunate that some people sometimes get frustrated, mad, or worried, and they drop out, like you said. I really want to assure the Amazonian people that there is hope, especially in this 2025 that we've been, all the advocacy that we've been, the diplomacy, the people we're talking to. There is hope this year more than ever before. Like we can assure the Amazonian people through our diplomatic efforts or advocacy and diplomatic efforts that we're reaching out to the right quarters. It's not about our personal egos. It's not about positioning. It's about the people that are dying on the ground. It's about the people that are suffering in Amazonia. We all have the collective effort to get up and advocate. We all have that collective effort, either to advocate together as a team, as a group, or you can form our own small individual groups that could carry out these advocacy processes in America, in Europe, in China, Asia, everywhere around the world, for us to make sure that our information or our message is getting to the right quarters. So we must come together. The people of Ambazonia in the diaspora must come together and let's continue this advocacy effort to make sure that our people get the independence that they truly deserve.
Dr. Theda, as we mark October 1st, what final message do you want Amazonians everywhere to carry in their hearts?
The October 1st this year is coming at a very critical time where October 1st of 2025, The initiatives we've carried out has been, our efforts have quadrupled. Let me say that. Our diplomatic efforts or advocacy efforts have quadrupled completely this year. I mean, when I say quadruple, it's even an understatement because we're working aggressively. So there is hope. To the Amazonian people, there is hope for our recognition or for the Amazonian people to get their independence. If no one has told the Amazonian people, I'm here today to assure them, the people of the former British Southern Cameroons, the people of Amazonia that were betrayed in the early 1960s, 1961, and was forced into a union with the Republic of Cameroon, forced into that union, lying, the people of the former British Cameroon, the Southern Cameroons that were lied to, that they did not have enough resources to take care of themselves, to live as an independent nation, that there is hope this year, 2025, more than ever before. Through our diplomatic efforts and through our advocacy efforts, we have reached out to so many people. And trust me, we are getting feedback. We've created communications with some countries. So we're getting good feedback, and we can't wait for the Amazonian people to see the outcome of the work that we've been doing. Phenomenal work. So there is hope, and we cannot wait to just get our full recognition so the Amazonian people can live as an independent nation. Happy Independence Day, Amazonia. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we're down for the celebration. We're getting ready to get out. Thank you.